Don't only call me Dave again. Yeah, let's have a laugh. You know, I've decided I'm going to take the fucking lottery to court. I bought a scratch card today and that's called full of £100. I scratched it off and I won fuck all. So it weren't full of £100, was it? That's fucking false advertising. It says on the caption, packed with top prizes of £100. Well, it isn't, is it? That must be against the fucking Trade Description Act. How they get away with that's fucking beyond me. That should read, this scratch card fucking might be packed with £100 prizes. Might. Not fucking full, is it? Full of shit. I wasn't full of anything. I went for a stag do last week. My friend managed to pull 2 Thai birds and take them back to his hotel room. I said, you lucky bastard. I bet you had a hell of a night. 2 Thai birds, you know. Hell of a night. He said, not really. I said, well, what the fuck do you mean? You took 2 Thai birds back to your bedroom. Must have had a lot of fun. He said, well, kind of. I felt like I'd won the lottery. I said, what do you mean? He said, lots are rolling over. I looked under the sheets and all 6 fucking balls came out. I went, ugh. Fucking hell. This crazy world we live in. My smart friend, he said, I've got a crazy theory for you. I said, yeah? He said, this world we live in, I'm going to explain it to you. I went, okay, I'm all ears. I'm a comedian, I'm game for anything. He said, I was moaning about money. He said, Dave, you know how this system works better than anyone. You're a smart guy. And I said, yeah, it's true, I am. I said, but I'll remind you. He said, EasyJet, they pay the billionaires a little bit of their money to the billionaire that owns me. So at the end of the month, the billionaire gives me the tiniest fraction of that money. So I can pay most of that money to the millionaire who owns my house. That's the system we all live in, Dave. You know that. That's a good system, so they say. You know? It's apparently good and it's not all work. You know, it's fun. I said, is it? He said, well, now, yeah. He said, because when you get your money from the billionaires, the energy billionaire, the tax billionaire, the insurance billionaire, your government billionaires, once you've paid them all, if you have any money left over after that, well, that's yours, that is. You can spend it on anything you like, as long as it's not something the government doesn't want you to have. And like me, if you like football, for those who don't know how football works, there's a billionaire, he's different because he owns a group of millionaires. So when I've got money from my billionaire and I've paid all my other billionaires, I can then save up for a few months and pay that billionaire. So next time his millionaires play a game, I get to watch. I said, fuck that shit, I want to play the game, mate. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a watcher, I'm a fucking doer. So my mate said to me, do you like oral sex? I said, well, yeah, every bloke does. You know, he said, no, cunnilingus. He said, give a woman oral sex. I said, yeah, I love a bit of muff diving. So does she. She can't get enough of it. I mean, she can't get enough of it. He said, why? He said, giving oral sex is better than driving in the fog. I said, is it? I said, why? He said, well, when you're driving in the fog, you can't see the arsehole in front of you, can you? Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell. I was reading the Daily Star. Woman said she's raped by an alien. I said, that's not a big deal. So is my ex-fucking girlfriend's mother. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. The woman at work with huge knockers. She thought about getting a tattoo on one of them. I said, why don't you get both tattooed, like rockets on, each one with fire and flames, you know, mimicking a lift-off. She said, nah, it's too expensive, all the arse. $2,000 a boob and 10 hours to complete. She said, I couldn't sit there for 10 hours. I said, nah, I'd get right on your fucking tits, wouldn't it? Do you know what I mean? Right on your tits. Yeah. A bloke come up to me today. He said, have you got a big willy? I said, yes, thanks. He said, you should be a shower and not a grower. I said, what a fucking stupid saying that is. I should be a shower. What, walk around with me cock in me hand showing everyone? Won't that get me in a bit of trouble, won't it? Especially if I walk past the fucking school. I'll be a grower, thanks. I'll keep growing. Happy partner, happy me. What is this shit that people's fucking... Be a shower and not a grower? Show your little wiener? Or... be respectful and have a nice big one. Fuck me. Yeah. I told someone a few jokes the other day. I'm a fucking comedian. They went off laughing. They said to a friend, I love him, he makes me die. I said, hang on a minute, I didn't make anybody fucking die. I made you laugh. Sometimes I make people cry. Sometimes I piss people off, but I never fucking killed them. So it makes you think of words. Words are very powerful. Look at Princess Diana. What was her nickname? Lady Di. She fucking did, didn't she? Be careful what you fucking say. Do you know what I mean? What you say matters. King Charles the Third. I mean the third. Fits, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean? I was playing with the missus. Not like that, fucking dirty mind. I was playing tennis. And she kept trying to waft the bat and hit the ball. She kept missing the fucking thing. I said, you're holding the fucking racket cack-handed. You shouldn't be moving it up and down that fast. You know what I mean? I said, that's not cack-handed, that's fucking cock-handed. You're trying to toss the thing off. She said, well, I want to whack it. I went, I bet you fucking do. Do you know what I mean? I walked in the office at work the other day, and there was a scruffy old satchel right in the fucking way on the floor. And the admin lady's in there, and I said, what's this old bag doing in here? Both the admin ladies turned around, one at me, and beat the fuck out of me. I would have picked the old bag up, but me fucking bollocks were too swollen, do you know what I mean? What's that old bag doing in here? Yeah, I got with a Korean girl a little while back, pretty girl. She invited me round for a night of passion, you know. I do massage. I think it was to get a free massage. Ladies are not silly, are they? They love a fucking freebie, don't they? She made me some food, fucking dog and chips. She's Korean, isn't she? They eat any fucking thing, don't they? Jesus. Especially young men. I'm going to stop it, buffed over, you know. Must be all the rage out there. Anyway, when we finished the dog and chips, I was staring at the plate and all the bones on there. And I said, you know, it's a pity. The fucking dog would have loved them. You know what I mean? And I'm a comedian. I said jokingly, the starter was nice. What's for the main meal? She said, well, I would have shown you, but I had to change it. I said, why? She said, someone let the fucking cat out of the bag. I was like, oh, fucking hell. Yeah, my mate's daughter is dating now. He said his missus is a bag of nerve. I said, that's good. He said, why? I said, normally she's just a fucking bag, isn't she? You know what I mean? They worry she'll get pregnant. Every day a new bloke turns up at the door. Knock on the door, first day. My name's Pete. I want to take your daughter out with something to eat. Sounds good. Next day. My name's Tom. I want to take your daughter to the prom. Well, that sounds good. That's nice. Day 3. My name's Dave. I want to take your daughter to a rave. Okay, no drugs. Just have a nice time. Be careful with it. You know, they had a lovely time. Day 4. Hi, my name is Tucker. He said, you're not taking my fucking daughter out. Slammed the fucking door in his face. Tucker, I'm going to fuck her, you know. My mate met up with his ex-girlfriend recently. She said she misses him and wants to get back together. She said if he gets back with her, she'll have sex with him every night. And I said, that's a good offer, but the novelty soon wears off. I said, if you have sex with her every night, it won't just be the fucking novelty that wears off quickly. That'll be a few inches of skin off your fucking undercarriages, you know what I mean? Not getting any fucking younger. They'll be fucking red raw, mate, won't they? You'd have to fucking dip your cock and balls in a fucking glass of milk every time, wouldn't you? Bloody hell. I said, why don't you go to B&Q and get her a vibrator? That'll give you a rest for a night, you know. He said, they don't sell vibrators in B&Q. I said, why the fuck not? I said, do it yourself shop, innit? They're missing a trick there, aren't they? I mean, they've got plenty of batteries in there and leads. Why the fuck not? B&Q. Yeah, I mean, I'm one of them thinkers, and common sense. I've still got some grey matter in here. You remember before AI came along and told us plants breathing and growing is bad for the environment? Before they told us saving energy and using less energy will save the planet. Then they told everyone to get an electric car, which uses 3 times more energy to charge than any other 240 volt appliance. And the irony of driving your Tesla to IKEA to purchase a load of new wooden furniture, when if they hadn't cut the fucking trees down in the first place, they would have breathed up the excess fucking CO2. I mean, I like the idea of electric, but it's just pushed for the wrong fucking reasons. We're draining the grids. Cars, bikes, scooters, every fucking thing's electric. We're using 10 times more than ever before. Save energy, turn your screen off. I can't stop fucking laughing. But in reality, it's a fucking sad state. Anyway, that's the environmental meeting on fucking Tuesday. And I said to the bloke, I'll fucking see you next Tuesday. The woman at work needs transport. She said, it's easier now and cheaper to go by motorbike. I said, yeah, it is. She's doing her test soon. She said, I don't want a racing bike. I prefer a chopper. I said, I heard you like riding a big red chopper. Yeah, fucking hell. Well, you wouldn't know this, but I do a bit of life coaching. Well, that's my fucking day job, you know. I help people lose weight and be the best version of themselves and how to enjoy life. I mean, comedy's good for life. Live, laugh, and don't take life too seriously. No one makes it out alive. You know, every day I'm walking with a weighted vest, you know. That's a good way to lose weight, gain strength, legs, bums and tums, ladies. And I went out walking with my vest on the other day in the countryside. I ended up in a fucking field full of sheep. I thought, if the police come now, I'm fucked. Where are you from, sir? Wales. Do your fucking zip up, put your cock away, and get in the fucking car. Get away from the fucking sheep, handcuffs on, fucking blue lights, red dot on my forehead. You know what I mean? I'm from Wales. You'd be fucking swabbing the sheep's fucking arsehole, wouldn't they? Do you know what I mean? Being Welsh has its fucking drawbacks, you know. It's not all good. Fucking hell. At work the other day, we had to administer some rectal diazepam to help calm down a patient with a specific condition. Fucking sore arthritis. Afterwards, he was still running around and very chaotic. I said, the rectal diazepam hadn't had much effect, doctor. He said, in fact, for all the good it has done him, he might as well have stuck up his arse. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. Just on the internet, Mike Tyson, the boxer's brought out his own fucking toilet rolls. That's rough and tough and it takes no fucking shit. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. I lost a lot of good people this year. It makes me sad. My grief counsellor died last week. He was so good I don't even give a shit. Yeah. I took my mum for an eye test. The optician said, your mum is blind, sir. Told my mum. She said, let's get out of here. I don't think I want to see him again. I said, don't worry, you fucking won't. Terrible. It's just as bad as when she took her fucking hearing aids in a week ago. She hadn't fucking heard nothing since. My mate's missus said she's going to an orgy. I said, that's nothing, dear. Any cunt can do that. You know what I mean? I was down at the pub the other night. A geezer put some heavy rock music on. Love it. He said, do you like Iron Maiden? I said, yeah. Brilliant torture device. Get one for the missus. He said, do you have the number of the beast? I gave me missus' fucking phone number straight away. Give her a fucking call. You know what I mean? I must have been pissed. Yeah. Here's one back. Got to keep the quality in these fucking gags somewhere. The missus went to see the gynaecologist. She went in, she laid on the bed, she took her undercrackers off, legs between her stirrups, fucking hairy Lassoe. And the geezer said, Mrs. Smith, what have you done with your arsehole? She said, I dropped it off at the fucking pub on the way here. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hairy Lassoe. That fucking tickled me. Oh, unless she shaved it now. That fucking... We say some funny things that tickled me. Fucking big hairy backy pouch. Shaped like a Yale lock. I mean, it's in it through the fucking keyhole. You know what I mean? I call it the Jurassic Park area. Because that fucking hides a monster. You know what I mean? I've got to give up with the minge jokes. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, follow. Recommend me to your mates. Kids parties. I'm just fucking joking. I'm an adult comedian. If there's something you like more of or want, just ask. I'll give it a go. Keep laughing. Have fun. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.